Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back for a new voice letter from Canada. And you're probably wondering, why am I hearing a male's voice? Well, Ms.Bean decided that I have to do the intro today. So, I'm the searching, and on the other line we have the lovely Ms.Bean.
Well, thank you. I was actually moving my mouth because I put my cat face on it, so it's pretending that you are the cat this time.
Perfect. I want to be a cat once in my life.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, probably not.
So thank you for starting. A little bit behind the schedule, but we decided not to actually set up the schedule. So you guys will find a video sometime once in every 2 weeks. That's all I can say.
Yes.
But Japanese version will be uploaded strictly following the schedule every 2 weeks, every Thursday. And sometimes I decide to upload a little bit sooner than usual, but you know, you guys find my videos sometimes if you are still looking for it, of course. So today,
Yes.
surprise, surprise, I haven't decided what to talk about at all. So Mr. Searching,
Okay.
ask me anything. Do you have anything you want to share from, I don't know, your vacation or last week, or any plans for next weekend or next week?
For the moment, not really. Like, yeah, I had 3 weeks of vacation for the summertime, and I started back again this week for work. That was really terrible because I was a little bit lazy in those 3 weeks. So yeah. Oh yes.
Do you want to tell me what happened? Monday, Tuesday?
Monday, Tuesday.
Because I thought you were supposed to go back to work on Monday.
Yes, that's true. Yes, it's a lovely story, actually.
It's a lovely story. Why don't you tell us?
Yes, okay, I will tell you guys, okay. If you really want to know my drama, okay?
Make it short, please.
Well, there's already one person who wants to know.
One person wants to know twice.
Yeah, that's also, but yeah. It's for the voice letter of Canada, so yeah, here we go. So, normally I was supposed to go back to work on Monday. And what I always do is, when you have these really big holidays, the day before, so on Sunday, I always send a message to my boss how late you're gonna pick me up on Monday. So, and normally he always sends me a message back, but this time there was no message at all. So I was like waiting and waiting, and I was like, But he always told me, if you don't hear anything from me, that means that you don't have to work and you don't have to put your alarm to wake up, so you can just stay in bed.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, yeah. So I kept waiting and waiting. At a certain point, it got like to 10:30 in the evening already, and I was like, still no message. I was like, screw this. Okay, I'm going to bed. I'm not picking up anymore. I'm not responding. Okay, phone is off. I don't care. So there was no phone call either on Monday for Tuesday. On Tuesday I was also home. So I had 2 days of extra holiday. So that was lovely. And I started back yesterday. So I have to get back in the rhythm a little bit. You know, the muscles have to be trained again because I was lazy. So everything hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it's always hard to go back to work after a long break.
Yeah. You get used to it after a while, you know.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Well, it kind of sucks to, you know, hear your schedule in the last minute. Like, I would be so frustrated.
Yeah, it is frustrating because you're like waiting constantly, of course, for that one message or that phone call. To just hear, okay, I'm gonna pick you up at that hour, but there's nothing. It's like, yeah, how far can you like stay awake? How long you want to wait, of course. How long is it still acceptable to wait? But you also have to consider that I also want to have some sleep, you know?
Yeah, it's true, because you have to get up early.
Yeah, I'm waking up like every day around between 5 and 5:30. in the morning. So, because normally they picks me up around 6:10. So yeah, I was a little bit getting annoyed because it was getting later and later. It's like, okay, if I still have to wait, then I'm barely gonna have any sleep, of course. So eventually after 2 days, they called me, and I went back to work yesterday. So that's that.
Okay. Well, you have to start making money again.
Yes, of course.
Of course. So from my side, I tried one survey on Twitter, which is about asking my viewers what I should be playing during this, how can I say, Obon week. Obon is, it's just a kind of a week-length long holiday in Japan between, well, technically 13th to 16th. But for us, it's going to be next week. So it's like some people already started this, vacation already. It's one of the biggest serious holidays, vacation in Japan, because almost everyone's having days off, but not everyone. Of course, there will be always someone working. But I was actually talking with my mom in the morning, because she called me like 7:30 in the morning, expecting I was already awake. So I really was pissed when I answered the phone.
Mom, I don't want to talk to you right now.
Exactly. But anyway, I had to talk about something with my mom anyways, and we started talking about this. And then after that, she told me that she's gonna go away with my dad to see ancestors' grave and to see people in the countryside where my dad grew up and stuff. But anyways, they will be away. And my mom told me they actually decided to travel like sooner than later because it's gonna be crazy traffic jam during this Obon week. So like next week it's gonna be like crazy amount of travelers like everywhere in Japan. Like everyone's heading somewhere. So anyway, I'm gonna stay at home because the Japanese calendar doesn't mean anything to me. Then I decided to ask people about the survey, and the question was about which one do you guys want me to play? One is Until Dawn, and the other is Elder Vale. Well, long story short, people voted for Elder Vale the most. So I decided to actually go for it. So it's gonna happen next week. I'm going to actually have a week off as well because my clients are all Japanese people. There's no point in me working when everyone's like having days off. So I decided to close my schedule, and then that's gonna happen. And this is actually important to mention, you guys, because searching recommended me to try this game, so that's why it was one of the choices. So I don't know much about the game, but it looks playable for me.
Yeah, for me it was a game that I already had my eye on Steam, and because I know that you want to like play a horror game, but not like in first person view. It had to be in third person view.
Right.
So I was a little bit like searching around on Steam. Okay, like what can I like maybe recommend her if she's not really sure what she wants to play? And then suddenly I came with the idea, it's like, okay, Elder Vale. That's like the third person horror adventure puzzle game. And that could be interesting. So I'm just gonna like, ask you like if you would be interesting to play that one. It was just a suggestion, of course. And I'm interested. I'm glad that people voted for this one because I think everybody knows Until Dawn, of course. I think it's a game that came out 3 years ago, 4 years.
Until Dawn?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll also have to check that. Could be less also, but it was very popular. I think a lot of people love that game, especially now that also the new game is coming out, Man of Medan, something like that.
Yeah, it's from the same developer, right?
Yeah, and I think for what I've seen from the trailer, it looks that they're gonna keep the whole interaction with the characters and everything. It's just a whole new story around it, and I think they're doing a really good job with this. This is something that really could be very positive on gaming markets.
Yeah, I just briefly checked the release year. It was 2015.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
So
it's like 4 years.
roughly 4 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the second one's looks very interesting, just like the first one. But I'm not a big fan, but I was intrigued by the story and how they actually made the game. Because I watched two people, at least two people play the whole game twice. So I was that much like intrigued by the story in the game, but I myself never played it, knowing that it's popular, everyone's playing, and now it totally makes sense that a lot more people are playing this game on the internet. And that's the reason why I came up with the idea. Then now you tell me that the new game is going to be released by the same developer. Yeah, now everything's connected.
Yeah. Yeah, they also made I think they also made a VR game, but I forgot the name of that one. When VR came out on the PlayStation, they made a VR game as well. Very short, but also people also loved that one. I really forgot the name of it.
You mean from the same publisher? I mean developer?
Yeah. I think it was from the same publisher.
Okay. Do you want to check that now?
Yeah, maybe real quick
that?
if it's.
Yeah. Well, while you were checking it, I'll tell you guys how I really was thinking when I was asking this question to my viewers on Twitter. Honestly, I thought you guys are gonna choose Until Dawn. Because everybody knows about it and I wanted to play, I was curious about it. And then the second kind of sequel, not a sequel, but the similar game is coming out from the same developer. So it's kind of like semi-hyped game, I guess. I just expected that people would love to see it. And then... I hope you guys are honest about the survey. Don't push me games like I have no idea. I'm not gonna watch it anyway, but like, damn.
We'll find you, believe me, we'll find you.
Well, I'm actually, I know I'm like a little bit paranoid, but, you know, I'll try. Because I have no luck with really super popular game on YouTube, so might as well go for the games like nobody really knows. Plus, I don't think it's localized in Japanese. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I just found the game, the VR game. It's called Until Dawn: Rush of Blood.
Oh, Rush of Blood. Yeah, it's released a while ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it came out the same time when the VR set came out for PlayStation 4.
Oh. Yeah, I know that
people
game.
loved it.
It's more like a shooting game, though. It's like arcade style shooting game.
Yeah, you're like in this cart in the carnival or something like that. How they call it? Like real shooters, something like that.
Oh, okay.
They have this term for these type of games.
Well, actually, I watched that playthrough as well. I've
You're
seen
already
the game.
spoiling yourself so many times. What are you doing, Ms. Bean?
That's what people do on YouTube these days. You don't play games, you watch games, you pretend you know about the games.
Oh, I have to write this down actually.
I watched the whole thing, and I thought that VR idea worked pretty well because you are in this like a kind of, how can I say, like a not trolley, is that the right word?
Yeah, you can call it a trolley, I guess. Yeah, a little cart. Yeah.
Yeah, almost like a tiny roller coaster, right? You're inside that little like a trolley, and then you have guns and shoot. It worked pretty well in my opinion because you can't move technically, but you pretend you feel like you're moving in a VR set. So when you have to walk to somewhere, it doesn't mean you actually physically walk. Right? You just like press a button to go forward and backward. Turn your head to left and right to see left and right. That you can do that, but you can't physically move forward or backward. But in that game, you didn't move. Also in the game and outside the game. But you have to stay inside the same spot. Then you keep shooting from that. So I thought that the game had a really good idea and totally made sense in VR set.
It makes a lot of sense. And I think there aren't really that a lot of real shooters. Well, they call it real shooters because that term for video games already exists a very long time. I think in somewhere around the end of the 80s, beginning 90s, you had like these retro games like Time Crisis and Dino Crisis, I think. And you played like on these old, how you call it? I think it's quite popular in Japan that you have like these places with these big, what's the name of it?
That's a big sigh.
Oh, I really can't come up with that name now. And I know exactly what it is, but I just can't come up with the name. Like these old retro games you used to play on these really big boxes.
Big boxes?
What's the name of it?
Are you talking about console?
No, it's not a console. It's like...
like arcade?
Damn, yeah, like arcade. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So you physically go somewhere like arcade, and they have this machine for like.
Yeah, but what's the name of the machine?
I don't know if there is a name. Never even heard that.
I thought there was a name. Like.
But it should be. Type. Sounds like keyboard. Typing sound. Microphone's picking up everything.
Yeah, of course.
Do it quietly, please.
Yeah, let's just call it arcade machines. You know, like in these arcade.
I think
centers.
I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about like specific, like a square box with like a monitor in the center? And
yeah.
Like people used to play invader games and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So in that time, it was a little bit more popular, I think. These real shooter games, especially with Time Crisis, because I also played those games, and there's also like in that moment that you just stood still and you just shoot the enemies, or you just hide away to take cover, and then you automatically move forward to the next area and do it all over again. And that's the same thing you had with Rush of Blood.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, the whole game might have like a little bit old style, old-fashioned idea from 80s, 70s, maybe 80s. Because Until Dawn's supposed to be like that, right? Kind of like old-fashioned, good old style horror type of vibe to it.
Yeah, the good thing with Until Dawn was that the story was really well written, and that you had like multiple endings based on the characters, of course, how you move on into the game and the story.
Yeah, your decision mattered.
Yeah, like really drastically.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not gonna play that game.
Yeah, you heard it, people. You chose for Elder Vale, that Bean is gonna play Elder Vale.
Elder Vale it is. Yeah, so I have to buy it sometime soon and try it out, see if it's gonna work. Because I haven't even like tried. I haven't even bought it yet, so see if I can deal with the game. Because it could be really bad. What?
People already chose it, Ms.Bean. Now you have to play it.
Don't you have games to play as well?
You can't let your viewers down.
Don't you have games to play as well?
Don't change the subject, Ms.Bean.
I'm gonna play that game.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything is under control.
Okay.
And I hope it's not that big game.
No, I think it's around maybe 4 or 5 hours long, so...
Let's hope. I can see the ending.
Already? You haven't even bought it yet.
No.
I don't care about the intro, I just want to know the ending.
Don't worry, I'll try. But let's hope that it's not localized in terrible Japanese.
No, I actually just checked it. It's only in English.
Okay,
now.
cool. So it's gonna be only in English.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
What is next? What else are we gonna talk about?
Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's also because of you, Ms.Bean. Yes, we're gonna mention it. Yes.
Because of me?
Oh, of course.
Or thanks to me?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about right now, huh? Oh, yes. Here it comes, people. See, I can already see that laugh on your face right now.
Does it start with O? Sorry to interrupt. Keep going. Continue, Mr. Searching.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ms.Bean. Yes, it does start with an O. You want me to spell it as well for you?
Just say it. Say the word.
Okay. Yes, release it. Yes, I did start. Finally. Because already a couple people asked me to play it, if I would be interested. Oxygen, not included. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is that Ms.Bean actually gave me the game. See? Yeah, so I had to play it, huh? Yeah, I was curious about it. I told her I was curious about it. And she was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it.
I have to play.
Yes, of course.
You
like,
got to
you
play.
Want to see the you want to see the torture. That's what you want to see.
You had the opportunity to play finally. The opportunities is given to your hand.
And I enjoyed it very much. Thank you very much.
Which part do you like it?
I like the whole atmosphere of it. The whole how the characters move, how they interact with things, and it's so detailed. It was unbelievable. At a certain point I started to zoom in because I was just curious how everything looked. And it looks so cute how they interact with each other, if they're tired, if they're sick, if they have to go to the toilet, anything. And it's gonna be a really big process for me to actually understand the whole game. But I am motivated, I can feel it. I want to learn more. I'm already becoming addicted. I only have played the game for less than 2 hours. That is not normal, people. That is not normal, I'm telling you, okay?
Okay, he played only 2 hours. You need to add 2 more zeros to that.
Thank you for encouraging me.
But
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back to it.
yeah.
Even though like I'm learning a lot from watching other people play the game. But yeah, you have to fall and get back up, I guess, and learn from the mistakes, and we'll see how far we can go. But I have to say, knowing that this game is also from the same developer who made Don't Starve, I have to say that this game is much harder than Don't Starve, definitely. And Don't Starve was already quite hard for me in the beginning to really learn a lot from it. But this game, woo! This tops it off, really. That is something else.
I find it's a different type of game. It's the same designer, obviously. But I find that it's very different.
Yeah.
Well, the first reason is because nobody's gonna kill you in Oxygen Auto included, except yourself.
That's always fun, huh?
Does he talk to you a lot?
Oh yes.
Because there are no external enemies. Well, technically, the environmental factors would kill duplicants, but it happens because of your mistake.
Yeah.
And Don't Starve is kind of in a similar way, because most of the time, players die from not preparing enough, not planning enough, not understanding how the game works enough. But there are no enemies that come to you and just bite your ass. So no hounds.
Yeah.
Did you just minimize your volume?
No.
Okay.
I'm just listening.
Okay, you're listening. Good.
Yes.
So I want you to enjoy the game. The reason why I wanted to give it to you is because it's a good game, simply. It's a good game, and it's quite addictive, but I find it's very peaceful. Very, very peaceful.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's true.
The more you play, the more intense it gets. Because you have to think about a lot of things at the same time, but at the same time, if you can make things work, it should be working by itself without you paying attention to it.
Yeah.
It's complicated, a lot of information, a lot of things to learn, but I'm also in the learning process because there are so many things that I didn't know from the updates from long time ago, because I didn't play like for 6 months. And then I immediately felt overwhelmed from so many things that I've never even seen before. But I'm glad that I
start learning everything all over again.
Yeah. But I feel like, I'm starting fresh. So I feel like I'm playing a new game again.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And as a streamer, it's worth playing because it's getting popular. And I know a lot of people playing that game now since it's released July 30th. So it's very, very officially released game, even though it was there like all the time as early access for like 2 years. I think.
That's a long time.
It is a long time, and
it's a very long time.
This time it was postponed because it was supposed to be released in June, then postponed it to July. So I was skeptical about this release, but they released in July 30th. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing a little bit offline as well, just to learn a little bit more, trying to make a little bit more mistakes.
Yeah, you'll see.
But yeah, it's a very good game. Did they actually make this one first, then Don't Starve, or they made Don't Starve first?
Definitely Don't Starve first.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know this game. This game was like something I was quite excited when I was playing Don't Starve. Then Oxygen Not included. What is that? Even they released the preview, I was confused. Like, what is it about? And that time, and still now, Clay Oxygen Not Included is not supporting Japanese language officially. So the people playing in Japanese is like supported by the fans, and people actually decide to localize it, but not officially supported by Clay. So there are not very many Japanese people playing that game because of lots of jargons, you know, chemistry words and stuff. The people got confused, I guess. So
but yeah, I noticed that I'm seeing it also a lot on YouTube now. A lot of people are coming up with this game right now.
oh yeah.
So yeah. So I also jumped on that bandwagon.
Well, welcome.
But I'm not gonna play that intensely. Like I think maybe once in the weekend, maybe.
Shh. Yeah, I don't think you should say that. People get really upset.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll take that back then.
Show your dedication.
Okay, I will. I'll just play offline. Just one day, I'll just live stream and just like all these things I already built. Yeah.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. See, keep up appearance. Huh? See, I can do it.
So I'm thinking to cut pretty soon, but before ending this, I wanted to talk about this just a little bit because it's happening soon. I have another collaboration with Mr. Molotov, and he's also inviting a few more people to this live streaming, which is happening on Friday 9th. In Japan time, 10:30 p.m. So this collaboration is about telling people scary story. Could be ghost story, could be real experience, could be fake, but anything scary, spooky story. If you guys have chance to come and visit the stream, that would be very honor. And actually, because there are 5 people in total, including host and guest, you know, everyone has the order to tell the story, right?
Yeah.
And I got a message to decide who goes first and last and who goes second, third, fourth, of course. And I kept missing the messages, but I wanted to tell that maybe somewhere in the middle is okay, but not first or last. Like, okay, before I jump to the conclusion, if you are in the same position, Sergin, when do you want to start telling your story? There are 5
the middle
people.
Would be just perfect. The middle would be just perfect. Believe me, I understand what you're talking about. Believe me, yes. Because when you start first, yeah, the expectations are very high. Okay, when the first person screws it up, then you're done. You're done. Okay. Okay, when you're in the middle, it's still a little bit balanced. It can go really bad, or it was already bad, but it can go really like good, or it was good, but it can go really bad. But if you're last, and 3 of the 5 people already told very bad stories, then I think the last person is gonna talk to himself, I guess.
Well, thank you, because I'm the last.
Okay, people, and that was Voiceletter from Canada for this week. Okay, next time I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm just gonna listen to Ms.Bean, and I'm not gonna say anything anymore. Okay.
Thank you, guys. I hope to see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.